Hey everyone, and welcome back. Today I want to talk to you about some overhyped authors that you'll find in a lot of book recommendations here on YouTube, a lot of them in Book Talk and even Bookstagram. These are just authors that every time there's a new book, people want to get their latest book, and we're going to compare them to in real life. Like, do they really circulate at the library? Do people really lean towards these authors? Are they just popular in this internet world? That's what we're going to talk about today. So I'm going to share with you some of those authors that, at least in our own numbers here at the library, they reveal a different story in how popular these authors are. So the first one is Rachel Harrison. Rachel Harrison is one of those authors that a lot of more feminist side of recommendations love to just share her books and recommend them, and I feel like all of her books are recommended over and over again in different videos that I watch. However, this is one of those authors that really doesn't circulate a lot. I read this one myself and I have a review. If you want to check it out, it will be linked in the description box down below and probably on the top of the screen. I didn't particularly like it. I think she's a good author. She writes some kind of character development and relationship, more feminist, and it's something that a lot of people enjoy. In my case, I'm more plot oriented, and if I'm going to care about the characters and read a book about the characters, they better pull the strings of my heart. And this is more of a girl boss kind of author, no matter the kind of story that she writes, which is a good thing. It's just different here in real life. The other one that I can't say that doesn't get checked out here at the library, but I still have to say that is not as popular as a lot of people think, is Frieda McFadden. And of course, this is in our county, in our library, and it could be completely different in another part of the country. But I feel like her books are not the ones that go out the door, or that they have 10, 15 holds before they even release. She's not one of those authors. And I can't believe that in YouTube or Bookstagram or Book Talk, these are the books that people cannot wait to be released and just to read them. Like, I understand she writes thrillers, they're popcorn thrillers, easy to go through, just entertaining, but nothing really deep. That's what I understand about her books. I'm not a fan. I think they're okay, but I'm not waiting for the newest release, and probably why I don't get the hype around them. But this is another author that even here at the library, we do have her books, but they are not as popular as they are on Book Talk. Now, I love this next author, and I think it deserves a lot more popularity in real life, and this is Riley Sager. I enjoy his books. Is he the author that I'm looking forward? Like, I didn't read Middle of the Night, or I think that's the name of the latest book. Is not here. Oh, it is here. This is his newest book, and I haven't even read it. Like, I like his writing style, but I don't like every single book I read by him, and I lean towards different authors. But if I had to recommend some kind of interesting, plot-driven, with a lot of twists kind of thriller, I would definitely recommend Riley Sager. Do I recommend him in my channel? No, because I feel like everyone else does. However, in real life, his books are not the ones that get the most circulation. So not a lot of people are waiting for his newest book. They don't get holds. They don't get... So once they're there and they hit our page, people start reading the premises and they check them out. But they're not like they're eagerly waiting for these books to hit the shelves. Another one is, and actually this is the only book that we own here in our location, but I'm gonna change that. This is the first book that I ordered myself for the library when I started, and this is How to Sell a Haunted House by Grady Hendrix. He is so popular in YouTube. Like, His books are recommended over and over, and there's always like he is described as one of those authors that can do a thriller or can do a horror and still make kind of add a little bit of fun to the story, or something funny, something that will make you laugh. And I think his writing is great. However, he's not as popular here at the library as he is on the internet. Finally, and then I'm going to show you the authors that have holds, okay? Because there are other authors that every time there's a new title and we put it as they're in processing, when we catalog them, people will just start getting their holds in, and by the time I check this in, they are at the door and I won't see them for months. But let me talk about this last author, is Lisa Jewell. I think her thrillers are amazing. This is her latest one, and this is a weird one. I don't think this has left here a lot. This is like a Marvel universe. It's a Jessica Jones Marvel crime novel, and apparently it's not as popular as her other books. However, I see a lot of other authors, and I'm going to do a list of other thriller authors that are well loved here at the library, that are always out the door, whether it's taken out of our library or going out to a different library in a county. I'll share more about those authors, but this is one of those authors that, you know, if you are asked what author would you recommend with, you know, a good backlist that I can go back and read all their thrillers, I would say Lisa Jewell. I love her writing. I think it's amazing. However, she is not as popular at the library as she is in this book talk world. Now, so I don't make this book extra long. I'm going to give you 3 examples of books, or of authors, not books, but authors that as soon as they hit we're processing this book, it gets a bunch of holds almost immediately. The first one is Matt Haig. His books are always, and I checked today, and I think we have on his latest one, which I haven't seen since we purchased that book for the library. It's been out because every time somebody checks it in another library where they return it, they have a hold, so it goes to another library. So it's been traveling since we got that book. But this is the Midnight Library, and it still circulates a lot. I think his style is a little bit more profound. It's just a completely different kind of author, and if you like his writing style, you probably cannot wait for his new title. That's what happens to me with Frederick Bachman and other authors, but this is definitely one that as soon as we have it, it's gone. Another one that you probably know that it's still popular here on BookTube and Book Talk is Kristin Hannah. Kristin Hannah's books, especially the ones that when she started writing more what's called historical fiction, and her books started to get thicker and thicker, I had to bring this one, which is an older title, because her books are never here. Her books continue to travel around the county, and especially the new one, The Women, I think it is. I even have the CDs, which is the audio version, and it's never here. Like, people cannot wait for these titles to hit the shelves. She's very well loved, and it takes about, from the moment that she releases the book until we get the book back, it could be between 3 and 4 months. Another author is Ellen Hildebrand. I don't know anything about this author. I've never read one of her books. Apparently they are rich people drama, and that's not what I like. But her books leave as soon as they get here. It's ridiculous how much people love her books, and I mean, I'm all for it. As long as you enjoy the books, I think it's amazing. The next one, I had to grab it from behind me because he is a very popular author, and is James Patterson. James Patterson's books, they always have holds, and people know when he releases his new books. I don't even know how many he releases a year. It's kind of ridiculous, the amount of books he releases every year. This is a collaboration with Alex Cross, and again, I don't know, but I can say that in the new shelf, I have, right this second, I have 3. But I know we probably have 6 out already. So yes, they do circulate a lot, and a lot of people enjoy his writing. I don't, but I think it's awesome if you do. The last one is Danielle Steele. I was gonna go grab an older title, but I decided against it. But she was my mom's, she still is, I think, favorite author, and she's read all of her novels, and I think she's very popular still, maybe with an older generation and not so much as what you would see here on BookTube or Bookstagram, but still, like, I know she has at least 4 books that we have in the new section that were released in the new year. And I'm just guessing that there are at least 4, and we don't have one here at the library. That's how much her books get out the door immediately. And like I said, it takes a few months to come back to the library. So I hope that you found this video interesting. I think it's interesting to me to see the difference between what's popular on YouTube and what really is popular in real life. At the time of picking all these books that are behind me and developing the collection, it's really important for me to be aware of the trends and things that are out there, and that's why I have my ARCs from NetGalley and stuff. But I also do my own research by watching videos of different new releases. For example, one of the books that I got because of Book Talk is Noel W. Illey. This is Grey After Dark, and we also have Ask Andrea. These books circulate a lot, and I had to buy them at full price from Amazon because that was the cheapest way to get them. But still, for being a paperback and having the circulation that it has, it's only because if YouTube or Book Talk made them popular, people are still interested enough to put a hold and get them in their hands and kind of decide for themselves if it's something that they want to purchase or if it's just nice to read it from the library and move on. Thank you so much for being here today. I hope that you enjoyed this concept of a video, or that you just enjoy the comparison between real life and BookTube. Anyways, thank you so much for being here today, guys, and I'll see you